let's dig into the Q&A. We got 6 questions. Thank you very much for those. Let's just start with the most upvoted one. Should I still have evil pop-ups on my website even though I hate them personally? Yeah, it's a bit like, do you want to make money question. And I don't mean that in an ironic way. If you can afford to not do it, then don't do it. It's your website, it's your decision, it's your baby. The sad truth is that they work like magic. One of my favorite tools to do this kind of stuff is SumoMe. And even though everybody who I ask about, how do you like those SumoMe pop-ups, they always say, oh, this is so horrible, and why do you put them on your website? Why do you want to put them on my website? After you see the results, you don't want to not do them anymore. The question is, who's evil? The user who's behaving badly by giving us their opt-in email, or us by putting up the evil pop-up in the first place? I don't know. That's maybe a more philosophical question for another time. My e-commerce conversion rate is above 5%. What should I be doing now? So you did all kinds of optimization. You got a very high top 10% e-commerce conversion rate of more than 5%. What should you be doing now? Of course, first of all, congratulations that you have such a nice store. What I would start doing now is look at your traffic sources. Which of your sources is actually contributing to that high conversion rate? Typical candidates are people who are doing brand search, who are familiar with you, your brand or your product. They're searching for that and they already made their buying decision beforehand. The amount of those people is limited. It's pretty unlikely that this is also true for channels like generic search engine marketing or Facebook or Instagram ads. If it's true for, let's say, Instagram ads, you still have a 5% e-commerce conversion rate. Congratulations again. Start hitting the boost button. Start spending more. Look at your cost per acquisition. And if you can afford it, keep pushing more traffic onto your website until you end up at about 3%. That you should find a profit maximum somewhere around there. The main factor that influences your e-commerce conversion rate is, of course, the user experience on the website, but also the traffic source. Should I use a single page cart checkout or go for a separate checkout to have more retargeting hooks? Very good question. So what are retargeting hooks? Let's say you have a checkout that goes through 4 steps. Then you see immediately how far do people get, and I can do retargeting for every single step. If you have a shit ton of traffic, let's say more than 100,000 people on your online store a month, then you can easily afford to have multiple steps for retargeting. Otherwise, the audiences between the initiate checkout and payment information, they're just too few to do proper retargeting there. But the much more important thing is, where do you have the better overall e-commerce conversion rate? With a single page or the separated checkout? Whatever has the better e-commerce conversion rate is the correct solution for your audience. And I imagine that different audiences prefer different ways. I think Amazon doesn't leave anything, just be sheer luck in their checkout, and they do a multi-step separated checkout version. So I'm not too keen anymore on the single page checkout stuff. I had a phase where I was absolutely in it. I'm not in it anymore. So let's go for the next question. Should I hide the main site navigation on the cart to avoid distraction and keep focus on the call to action? After they left the cart and initiated the checkout, this is this step on which I would start hiding the navigation. Yes, I would do that. Absolutely. Why would we do that? Because we don't want people to now see, oh yeah, I could click on this product category. No, we want them to check out first, become customers, and then resurface and maybe do another purchase at another time. So I like that idea, and I think you should do it, but not at the shopping cart level yet. This is just the perfect place where you want to go for cross-sell, upsell, downsell, and where you want to introduce more opportunities. but after that, you want to focus people. So what are good lead capture tools for online shops? I already mentioned one. Zoomumi is a fantastic pop-up tool. Then I mentioned another one called Listagram for the spinning wheel of death on your website. Beautiful, especially in the winter because they have snow animations over it. Just kidding, they actually have it, but don't activate it. Other tools to do that. I personally very much like survey tools for email capturing for e-commerce because you can ask people questions, get them engaged and interested in different product categories, and all this information that they're giving you, you can use to personalize your offer and send them to that product category as well as to another one that fits. So those are three tools I really like. Survey tools, stuff like Listagram, and email marketing capture tools like Zoomumi. The last question, does this also work on my Amazon store listing? Not all of it. Of course, you can't install Google Optimize on your Amazon store listing, but what you can do is optimize your listing to the best of your ability to change the title, change the product pictures, and work on the text, the descriptions, the details. Amazon gives you a lot of ways to optimize it, where you manage your products. There you can see your average checkout rates from the different ASINs that you have. And when you make changes, you should see an increase of the conversion rate of your product listing views. And that's the KPI I would work against. Otherwise, the traffic strategies, the email strategies, they still work also for Amazon, just the on-page stuff. We can't do that much except for the stuff that I talked about. And that's turning shop visitors into customers. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. I see you in the new year. Merry Christmas and goodbye.